Hey guys, welcome back to the Troubleshooters. This is episode 8. You guys know the deal. We upload these every Tuesday. Make sure to subscribe to that subscribe button to our channel. So yeah, this is our first episode in 2018. We're not recording this in 2018, obviously. This is going out.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year, guys.
I'm
Cameron.
I'm Gomez.
I'm Abraham.
And I've been off the podcast for a while. How have you guys been?
Yeah. We there was a mutiny.
A mutiny? What does that mean?
We kicked you out.
Oh yeah.
Took over. But he's back.
I'm back.
We missed him.
Yeah, I was sick. Sorry about that, guys. I was suffering through the Black Plague. Oh my god, it was terrible. My whole family had it. It was disgusting, man. Like it started with like my little brothers. No, it started with my cousin, Hayden. He was sick, and then it came to me. No, it came to my little brothers, and then it got to me.
Just people just coughing all over you.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
Nasty.
Yeah, it was pretty terrible. I don't want to give it to you guys because it was pretty bad. So I sat out the podcast.
I'm healthy as a horse.
Yep. You guys haven't been sick.
Nope.
I don't think I've gotten sick for a while.
I was sick like in like early November. I was sick for like a month, so I better not get sick for the rest of this year and the rest of next year.
Yeah, it's terrible. I hate getting sick. Getting sick is like the worst thing ever because like you can't do anything. And like there was a moment where I was sick from my Black Plague where I was just like I couldn't get up and I couldn't do anything. It was so terrible. Like I wanted to cry. It was so bad. Yeah. And but I was trying to fight it because like it was pretty busy last week. I was always trying to like get out and try to do stuff. Like when we filmed the Max podcast, that's where like I was sick and like I was dying. And when we filmed the Last Jedi review, when I had the headache, that's when I started getting sick. That's when I was like dying and I was like, oh my god, I can't take this anymore. And then we got sushi. The sushi made me feel better after we filmed the Max podcast.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
and then,
sushi.
Yeah, and then but the next day, oh my god, I was sick. I was sick as a horse. Do horses even get sick?
No, it's healthy as a horse.
Oh. So yeah, lots of stuff has happened. I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but I do want to bring up one thing. I wanted to tell you guys on the podcast because I think it's pretty juice. Are you guys ready for this?
Yes.
And maybe we can lead off like to something from what I'm gonna explain to you guys. I've been wanting to tell you guys. So this is gonna be crazy. You guys are gonna be like, "What the Cameron? You're nuts. You're like, you're not making any sense."
Oh no.
Okay, so a couple days before The Last Jedi came out, right? I was at my cousin Hayden's house.
Christensen?
Huh?
Sorry.
So I left like around 3. I left exactly when I got in my car. I saw the time and it was exactly 3:33 in the
AM
morning,
or
right?
PM? Oh, okay.
Is that the time you always see?
Yeah, I always see 3:33. That's the thing. I don't talk about it because I sound stupid. But anyways, so I was leaving, right? I was on Limonite.
Ooh,
Yeah, so you take Limonite to get to the 15, and from the 15 you take the 6 to get to my house. And so
What's your address again?
so on Limonite, there's like Target and there's like a shopping center, right?
Yes.
But before I hit the shopping center, I'm driving. It's early. It's late at night, and then I see like this bright blue light like come flat, like it flashes down from the sky, right? And I thought I was like, oh crap, a falling star. I see it like a bright blue light, and it simmers down. Like I see it like disappear. I was like, oh, I didn't think that. I was like, oh, okay. But I was still looking at the sky, and I'm driving a little bit slower now. And I see it bright back up and shoot right back up into the sky, dude. And I was like, I started shaking, and I left from Hayden's house, and I knew Riker was still awake.
Were you alone?
I was alone, but there was other cars with me. There's like a car in front of me, and there's a car next to me. I'm pretty sure they saw it too because it was a bright light, and I was like, what the hell? And so like, after I see it leave, like I started shaking, and like I was like, oh my god, I gotta call somebody because like I'm freaking out. I'm scared. Like I've never seen anything like that before, and it was terrifying.
Came down and then shot back up.
Yeah, it came down like it was like a falling star. Like it shot down a bright blue light. No, it didn't fall down all the way. Like it simmered down like halfway like through the sky, right? And then like I couldn't see it anymore, and then I see it bright back up, and it shoots right back up. Yeah. And then so like I was freaking out. No, yeah. No, yeah. So I was freaking out. So like I called my cousin Riker, and I was like, dude, like I explained to him like what happened because I was scared. I was driving home alone, and like I stayed on the phone with him until like I got back to my house, and I was like, okay, like yeah, I'm almost home. So I hung up.
What did he say?
He was like, oh,
that's crazy.
Yeah. He was like, oh, what the heck? Like, dude, I should have been there. Like, it's crazy because we were talking about like that stuff before like I left.
What stuff?
Aliens. We're talking about like aliens and stuff. I don't know if I saw an alien. I'm not saying it's an alien or not, but like, it was pretty crazy because it was a bright blue light. I thought it was like a falling star. It's like it simmered down, and I see it bright back up, and it shoots right back up into the sky, and I couldn't see it anymore.
Was this at the same?
And it happened so fast. Like I wish I would have recorded it. I wish I had like a dash cam or something because I'm pretty sure it would have picked it up because it was far and it was pretty far.
Was it the same day of that one thing in the sky?
The SpaceX?
No. That happened like a week, like 2 weeks later. That happened, yeah, because then Last Jedi came out a couple days later. Because it happened on Monday night. So.
This Monday?
No.
Or
it happened before Last Jedi came out. Last Jedi came out on when? December 12th?
15th, 14th?
Yeah, and then the SpaceX thing happened a couple days later. Like I was driving, and then like Esmeralda sees it. And then she's like, "What the hell? Do you see that like light?" I'm like, "What the?" I'm like,
she was with you?
Yeah, she was with me.
Oh,
I'm like, I was like, "What the heck? Like, what the heck is that?" Like, I just like, it's crazy because I just saw like the alien thing like a couple weeks back, and when I saw the SpaceX thing, I was like, "What the heck? Like, this is it. Like the dawning of
the new age.
Yeah, the dawn of humanity is upon us." So yeah, I saw that, dude, and I was so scared. So I don't know what you guys want to. Go off on aliens and stuff.
Did you look up anything like?
I looked it up. I went on Twitter. I looked up. I looked up UFO limonite or something. Like I was like looking up the street. Like, and if anybody would talk about it, and I don't see anything.
Well, you didn't go like on like.
Nah, I didn't go like I don't know.
Should
like,
try Google.
Yeah, I should have, but like
Reddit,
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know.
Twitter's the place.
It's too late now. It happened way long ago. So.
Was it like?
You've been chosen.
The whole sky.
No, well, you can't even. It's a crazy thing. It's a crazy thing too, because like you couldn't even see the stars because of like the light. What's it called? The light.
Light pollution.
Yeah, light pollution. You couldn't even see the stars, so that's why when I saw the bright blue light, it stood out like, like it was so bright. I was like, what the hell? And I didn't think anything of it because I thought it was like a falling star. I was like, oh, cool, falling star. I never seen anything like that before. And then until I see it bright back up.
Wait, you never seen a falling star before?
I've never seen a falling star before.
Really?
I don't think no.
And we saw one when we were filming.
At Joshua.
At Joshua Tree.
We did?
Oh, I think me and Haley saw one.
Where were you? You and Haley?
Yeah.
Were you guys separated from the group or something?
I think it was Haley. No, it was somebody. I think we were just setting up. We were bringing stuff, and it was somebody there. And then we were like, I think, or she said something about it. I don't know. It was something like that. I think we saw one. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Well, I'm pretty sure. No, I don't think I've ever seen a falling star before.
So do you guys believe like, whenever like there's do you guys believe in like UFOs and all that?
Yeah, I do, and it's crazy because like people are like, because you know how now we live in like an age where like there's cameras everywhere you go. That happened in like 2 or like 3 seconds. Like it went down, right back up, and it shot right up into the sky. There was no time for me to pull out my camera and record that. So like, I don't know. Like it's kind of crazy, and like at the same time, like I don't believe that we're alone. And
do you believe we're alone? Hello.
All right, too much silence.
No, I'm thinking. Well, this is a more philosophical thing. I'm saying like I don't think we're alone, but is it because humans in ourselves, in our own nature, don't like to be alone, so we assume that we're not.
I don't know. Like,
but I think the possibility of us being alone is
very slim.
Yeah, there has to be something out there.
Yeah.
Even if it's like primitive life forms or something, there has to be something.
Such an expansive universe.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because like
there has to be something else.
Like I wish I would have saw what it was, but it was so far that I just saw the light. Like I couldn't see like the
was
actual,
it like it was
I couldn't see like the actual like figure of it
because it was so bright that you could only see the light.
Yeah,
it was just someone's high beams behind you.
Imagine
in your mirror.
Oh, aliens!
Yeah, but it was.
I have to get to NASA.
Yeah, but it was crazy, dude. And like I don't know if it was an alien or not. Like I don't know if it was like a. I'm not saying if it was a UFO, and maybe it could have been like they're testing spaceships or something. I don't know, but dude, that thing was nuts. I've never seen anything move that fast before. It was like I started shaking. That's how scared I was. But then after when I got home, I was like, damn, I've had I've seen I can finally say I saw like a UFO and I sound crazy. I wish someone.
So you believe it was a UFO?
So you think it was a UFO?
I don't know. I like it's cool saying that I saw a UFO,
So
but me personally, I don't know.
It reminds me of that video idea we had where I don't know if this is a spoiler or whatever, but we haven't done it yet. But where we say something on the podcast and then something happens.
Oh yeah.
The FBI or whatever, they come in and shoot Cameron and just talking about the aliens.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's a good podcast. Yeah. That's a good idea for a skit.
So have you seen anything like that in your life?
Alien? Are you talking about aliens?
Or just something in the sky where you think this could be a UFO or I just don't know what this is, and it's obviously not a plane or anything.
I don't think I've seen anything. Not that I can think of off the top of my memory. But I've seen other videos of it, but I don't think myself have ever seen something where I was like, this was an alien. I believe there are aliens out there and everything, but I don't think I have any personal experience in that. I wish I did. I feel like it'd be cool. I don't know. No, I don't think I have. Have you?
I mean, not really. There was this one time when I was a kid and I was at a party, and there was this huge there was a huge aircraft in the sky, and it wasn't. It looked round, circular. It was this. It was a oblong. I don't know. It was this weird thing. And in my youthful imagination, I was like, aliens! It's time. They're coming for us.
Jake
but
and Josh?
Yeah.
Megan? Aliens! Aliens!
But I don't know. I think if there was a civilization that was advanced enough to make it to our planet, and we're only gonna see it if they want us to. Because if you can get however many billions, trillions, I don't know what the number of miles it is to get here, then you have to have some ability to cloak.
I just think there has to be a reason. Unless they're that advanced that they can just forward their science project to them and then you can just come visit us.
Yeah, I mean, and it might not just be one civilization looking into us. There could be I don't know 100 civilizations trying to each probably have their own technology. So some might have cloaking. I don't know. This is stupid, but some might have cloaking and some might not.
What if there's a few big civilizations planets, and I feel at a certain point you stop becoming independent nations and you start becoming planetary, you
instead of owning land on
you orient by planets, so it's an entire planet is a race or a identity. And so what if there's
Killzone.
There could be interplanetary wars, and they're fighting.
Killzone.
They're fighting for the rights or the right to come and probe and stuff. Cause you know how in the not the Crusades, but when people were colonizing, and so the British, the French, they would fight wars for the privilege to own land in the Americas because it was so ripe with resources. So what if it's like that, and they're gonna come and suck our souls out?
I don't know. It's scary. If you think about it, if aliens do come land on our planet, the effects that might have, diseases and what they can have effect on our society and what technology will they bring to us and stuff like that. It's crazy.
We have memes.
What?
We have memes. Them to memes.
Oh yeah.
Really? I really wonder that. I don't know. I feel like we talked about this before on the podcast, but just I wonder if humans are like music and entertainment and stuff like that. I wonder if that's something that's exclusive to humans. You know what I mean?
That'd be cool. That's cool to know. Something special to us.
I think that I think it's pretty sick what we've managed to do. I mean, obviously we're probably not as technologically advanced as other people, but I think creative wise, I'd like to hope we are. Maybe others we're third graders, little toddlers to them. You know what I mean? But I feel music is something, or movies and
well it also depends
all
because
that stuff is I wonder how other people would react to that, because they can see our food, the war and all that, but
it depends because stories and movies that we create they're really centered around human nature.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And
that.
so if you're an alien civilized race or whatever, it's gonna be. It might be more. It'll most likely be different because like if they think the same way as us, if they think the same way as us, then it's more about like their nature, how they are as people or beings, whatever.
I was gonna say like what if like aliens start like making movies like based on like human life and like that's what The Room is? Have you seen those? Ever seen people talk about that? Or like if The Room is like if an alien came down from a different planet and tried to like interpret what human like life is.
What if Tommy Wiseau's an alien?
I don't know. He might be. He's something. But yeah, I think it's crazy because like after seeing that. I kind of like I used to never like really believe like other people's like stories when they say something like that because I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool, like that'd be cool seeing something like that. Like seeing like something shoot up into the sky really fast. I'm like, okay, a lot of people have those stories, but then like after seeing what I just saw, dude, it made me like more open to like accepting
believing.
Like, yeah because I was telling my family about it
and they were like, nah, you're crazy.
No, and then they started telling me like what they seen and it's pretty interesting. Like it's I don't know. Like I feel like they're among us now. I watch you turn into like a conspiracy theorist. And
I wonder what the history is behind it. If it's like when like the first before the word UFO even like existed, did like people think it was like did they even know it was alien or was it like created?
So I think if you go far enough back, like people have a tendency to mythologize. So like they would be like, oh, this is a sign from the gods that like, and they would take it as messages or interpret it as like a sign from the god. So let's just say, for example, Cameron was in BC in the BC times, and he saw that blue light when he was walking his horse to the pasture, whatever they did back then.
Okay.
And he sees that blue light. It wouldn't be far-fetched for him to think like, oh, God's sending him a message.
God gave me the power to rule over everyone and have all the women.
Oh my god.
That's what Cameron would say.
Oh my god. But yeah, man. After seeing that, like, that's pretty crazy. And then the SpaceX thing. After seeing that, I was so terrified because I thought the dawn of humanity was upon us. I was like, oh no,
the beginning,
the end of humanity was upon us. And I was like, oh no, this is it. This is the Twilight Zone now. Remember that Twilight Zone episode where those humans come down and they like, oh yeah, come to our planet. We're very nice people. But then and then they're just like cooking people.
Yeah.
Like, would you trust an alien to be like, okay, you can come to our planet now. Like we'll take you guys. Like we'll show you guys around. Would you be the one to like?
I think what they have to do is send like
videos.
No, what are they called?
Memes.
Like
greeting cards
or whatever. Like what are they called? God damn it! Like when you send like one person to kind of like meet with like what are they called? God damn it! You know what I'm talking about?
Messengers.
No.
It's like they're like the bridge between
martyrs.
No.
Hold up! This is gonna kill me if I don't get this word. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's
like they do it in Star Wars when they send one person.
It's a start with a B. A boo.
What are you talking about?
Not. Hold up! Oh my god.
It's gonna
kill. You just send a messenger, like just
no.
One
It's
dude.
like they're like the middle person between. They're like
a neutral.
Yeah, they're like a kind of
what? Immigrants.
A stalemate? No, not a stalemate.
What? You guys are just making up words. You guys are just making up words.
That's a word.
It's like I feel like it starts with a B.
A bad and bougie.
It's like Thomas Jefferson, whatever, or someone. One of them was like they would go to the other country.
Yeah, they're
and,
immigrants.
Like, they would meet for them. You know what I'm talking about? Like they would.
Immigrants.
No.
They immigrated.
Yeah, look it up. No, so it's like a neutral person, like a neutral party that goes and negotiates with both.
Neutral party?
I don't know if they're neutral.
What is going on here?
Or it's when like two people, like let's say they're at war.
Guys,
they call a state like a.
Inform you guys. I started something really crazy, and yeah.
Cam, just open your mind.
My mind is open. After seeing what I saw, dude, that's it.
This is gonna kill me.
What? Just immigration. Just send someone there. Why not? Why can't it? It can be.
You know what?
Diplomat?
No.
Diplomat.
it's not.
Diplomat?
No, it's not.
I think it is diplomat.
Look up the word. Wow,
Diplomat.
we're supposed to be
An
educating people.
entourage.
I think it's diplomat. Yeah.
So I drink from gallons.
Diplomat is a person appointed by a state to conduct diplomacy with one or more other states or international organizations.
Was
I
that
think
the
it's
word you were looking
diplomat.
for?
I think so, more or less. Yeah.
I'm
My brain is
just
fried.
Just send a guy there. It's just be like Interstellar.
Wait, so what did you ask?
Just have it be like Interstellar.
What
where,
if
like,
an alien civilization, they come and they have mastered like the power of communication, so they can, like, if they see English, they can master it completely to where like they can communicate with us perfectly.
Like the
and
Autobots.
and so it extends to any form of communication. And so like how you were saying, we have memes. What if like they've mastered the art of the meme, and then they come down and they like, can you imagine that?
What are you
The
talking
perfect meme.
the meme that will live on for ages.
The meme to end all
You know,
memes.
you know how like in caveman times where like they draw like on the walls and stuff, and like they leave something for like the next civilization to like see. Like our stuff would be like
Maybe they were
memes
just
and
drawing.
stuff. We'll have like the SpongeBob chicken where he's like this,
Yeah.
and then we'll.
I was trying to find that GIF of that yesterday. I couldn't find it. I don't know why.
That's
On
fine.
SpongeBob, I just typed like I
The
thought it would
SpongeBob
be one of the
chicken?
most popular ones because it was
Yeah.
a pretty big meme, but wasn't there. I was disappointed.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
Future.
So yeah, you wouldn't be the one to be like all right, alien, let me go see your planet. Let me go see what's up.
No, I don't think I can do it. But anything, I think why don't we just send a robot or a camera or like you know what I
Why?
mean?
But then
It's
they
kinda
can
the-
tamper into
It's
it.
kind of like the mission to Mars thing. We're like, oh yeah, you can come be the one person to start life on Mars. We'll send you on a mission to Mars.
I think that would be cool.
But it'd be like Interstellar though.
That's scary. Dude.
Besides all the like, but you know that there's a planet out there to be inhabited by.
I can't
And
even go on
unlike
X2.
Interstellar, where like you're like traveling different planet, and like you're getting like fucked every time.
Yeah, but Mars is like we don't even. Is it even? It's not even habitable, is it?
It's just
no,
like-
well,
no,
no.
it's
I'm
not.
talking about like a different planet from like millions and millions and millions
but,
and
I
millions
was
of
talking
miles
about the
away.
mission to Mars
Oh yeah.
because we're killing our planet and we're all gonna die. Eventually.
Yeah, I was reading like this article and it was saying that we only have enough natural resources to keep us going for like 33 more years or something like that.
not-
And
no,
even if it's
that's
even
not
if
33 years.
but hold on, but even if it's not that's
33
wait, hold
years?
on. Okay, hold on. My point is even
The
if
Dust Bowl too.
even if it's not that soon, like if you it's crazy to think in the next 100 years we can be living in freaking a Mad Max.
No,
I don't.
Dystopian
I
world.
don't think
We
we're
have-
not gonna be alive by the time that
Yeah,
happens.
yeah.
So.
It's not gonna be an art.
Yeah. It'll probably be
it's
like,
like 10
But with-
thousands of years,
yeah.
probably, like,
No.
It's
Tens of thousands of
the
years.
Earth has been around for like millions of years.
Okay, but at the rate we're using up the resources and
not
destroying
that
it.
bad.
global warming's a myth.
Oh,
okay,
okay.
it's bad, but I'm just.
Are
saying.
you guys serious right
No,
now?
it's bad, but it's not like the next.
Oh, okay.
It's not gonna. That's not that soon. No,
I'm
it's
not, but I'm not saying they were right. I'm saying, but like at the rate at which we're using our natural resources, we could. It could be like, we can just be empty in the next 100 years.
But I think we're
Just be
getting
done.
better. I think we're getting better at it though.
But I feel like we're already at a point of like no return where you have to, like we can't even just say like start recycle or
don't
like
know.
using more like renewable energies. We have to start like taking out CO2 from the sky.
We just have to kill more people. There's too many humans alive.
Yeah.
Dang, dude, I was reading some.
One of us has to die.
Oh my god, dude, I was reading. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're gonna want to get into some conspiracy stuffs. I was reading some conspiracy stuffs about I forget some website, but it got brought to my attention because like there's this thing called burning snow, and like dude, it mortified like my life because like these people like they got snow from the ground. I forget where they live, like Ohio or some place where it snows. They grabbed it. And then they put a lighter underneath it, and they tried burning the snow, but the snow wouldn't burn. And I was like, "What the? This is crazy!" And they're saying like when you burn it, like it starts to smell really, really bad. I'm like, "What? Like that doesn't make any sense." And they're
What?
saying like it's for like it's meant to like give people like cancer and stuff. It's meant for like population control. I'm like, "Oh my god, this is nuts!" But I don't know what to believe. Like. Yeah, people make up stuff on the internet.
Well-
Everything on the internet is true, by the way, guys.
If the government does population control, they're not doing a very good job. Well, actually, our population is
Maybe
declining,
not.
but-
Maybe not in the U.S., but it could probably be like in like Africa or something. Like they could probably do, I don't know, some diseases
No, I
out
think
there.
it's definitely happening in the United States. I learned about it in a class. I took this last quarter. Well, they usually did it to minorities usually, but they would sterilize a lot of like minority people in the hospitals like without their consent. They would just like they'd go in for like whatever, and then they just sterilize them.
Yeah, did you hear about like?
So they couldn't have kids anymore and stuff.
Did you hear about? I forget. It was like really big, like in back then when like nurses like if they didn't want to take care of like their patients, they would just kill them right there and then. I'm like, that's pretty creepy. Like to think about like when you go to a hospital or something, like your life is on other people's hands. Mm-hmm. It's kind of scary.
And they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
To you.
Lil Uzi.
So back. So yeah. So back into the Earth getting extinguished. I don't think that's,
extinguished.
I don't think that's. I don't think it'll happen in our lives.
On fire.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I mean, this is it's gonna get like it's gonna start happening faster and faster.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe stuff with like Tesla and stuff. It'll probably save us.
Because remember we were was it when we went ice skating the other day? We were talking about it. Basically, me and Cameron were talking about that.
Oh yeah.
That like basically, like humans have stopped evolving in a way because natural selection doesn't really exist in a way that it used to before.
To
like,
us.
Yeah, because you know like when people get sick or whatever, we come up with cures. We try to keep the sick alive like as much as we can. I mean that's a good thing because like, I mean it like.
It's a good thing for like because it's like their loved ones, but not for like us as a species.
Yeah, because like technically, like what basically with natural selection or whatever, what happens is like let's say I remember this example from my textbook in high school, or whatever. Like there's salmons that are like salmons used to like live in the river or whatever, and then they used to like because they would get eaten or whatever or something like. Eventually, they adapted to somehow where they could swim upstream. Yeah. Like some people, like, just over time, like because the ones with the stronger genes, whatever, the ones that survive more,
move on and survive,
be able to reproduce, where the weak ones die. So like eventually they were able to swim upstream, which like helped them survive and everything and all that. So like in a way, like we stopped that really because we constantly try to treat and like cure everybody and like it's a good thing, but it's also like I was telling Cameron, like I feel like we capped ourselves off like at a certain point of evolution. Like we can't evolve, even though evolution takes a really really long time.
It takes a long time. Imagine like how we would have looked like now. We would have looked like without like any of like medicine stuff. We would have looked like the Thing from Fantastic Four. Like we're like rock skin, like nothing can break us.
Yeah, like so basically evolution stopped. But I think I was talking to Cameron, and then like basically how humans have kind of worked around that is with technology and stuff like that. Yeah. Like us ourselves, I think, aren't gonna change as much, but like we that's why we're like so reliant on technology and like AI and.
But isn't that like the final step though? So like bringing it back to aliens, like what we envision aliens is that like their minds like evolved so much that like they don't need a physical body anymore. Isn't that like what we're kind of turning into? Because even though we're not physically like evolving, our brains are kind of evolving because we're getting smarter and smarter each time.
Maybe, yeah, I think so.
Because look at these kids, man. These kids, look at Zachy and Noah. They can play games when like they're born right out of the womb. Like how the heck? That's crazy.
Yo, it's crazy to think like, imagine living a human life, but without a body. That just create like, because you know how you're saying you evolve past the point of needing a physical form. Imagine like
you just rely like you can put your brain into like a robot. Or
a simulation.
Yeah.
So it becomes a simulation.
Not a simulation.
You're still living it, but it's like a simulation where your brain's just living in it, and then you can basically do whatever you want. You can.
I don't know if you can. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like our heads get bigger, like Sheen. Remember Sheen and Jimmy Neutron? We're gonna be like Sheen one day. Watch.
Yo, that's a name, Sheen.
Yeah. But yeah, like get like, just imagine like in 1,000 years from now. Like it can even be like 100 years from now. Who knows? Like because our technology is evolving so fast.
Yeah, if you go back from like what the 2000, like just even 10 years ago, like where technology was then versus where it is now.
Yeah, we didn't have smartphones.
But at the rate like our technology can't continue going at the rate at which it is. It'll eventually hit a plateau.
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know about that.
It'll eventually hit a plateau.
I learned it's the something law or whatever where every year like, everything is like halved. Like almost like since the dawn of computers, chips or whatever, like everything's been halved like the next year. Like things and it's
everything's been
I
hacked.
forget what it's. Oh, it's Moore's law. Yeah, Moore's law.
Moore's law?
Let me look it up exactly, but it's Moore's law. I remember. Be real quick.
But yeah, I don't think we're never gonna hit a plateau of
Oh,
technology.
you can't say never.
Okay.
I don't think we're never gonna hit that.
Oh, okay. Moore's law is the observation that the number of transistors in a dense integrated circuit doubles approximately every 2 years.
That's so sick.
And
That's crazy.
It's been like that ever
Maybe
since.
maybe we'll plateau on creativity when we start reusing the same things over and over again, but they're gonna keep getting better and better. So like look at like this is a stupid example. Like even though we're rehashing Star Wars over and over again, like the effects and stuff, they're getting better and better. So like imagine like even though Apple's rehashing the same iPhone over and over again, they're getting faster and faster and faster. So even though we're not like being creative and like with our stuff, like the technology behind it is getting faster and faster.
I think you do eventually have, not even if it's not like a plateau, you do slow down because like for example, so the first shuttle that made it to the moon had the technology inside it of a Game Boy,
It was
and
a calculator.
Calculator.
okay, Game Boy or calculator. I heard
Game Boy's
Game Boy.
pretty advanced compared to
Yeah.
calculator.
But and so, like if you think about it now, like how long has it taken us to develop a reusable rocket?
It's because we're not into that anymore. Like we're not doing that.
Because they got
anymore.
defunded a lot.
Yeah.
No,
But
I get
still-
what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Well, I
plus,
think it's
dude,
just-
you didn't hear about those aliens on the moon?
I think I get what you're saying, but I think it's not that we can't do it. I think it's just too expensive, and there's not a lot of people
Well,
don't find the incentive because what happened in
The space race isn't around anymore.
Yeah, the space race
So-
was heavily like they got everybody involved
Yeah.
in it. Like the whole people, everybody was for it.
Mm.
Versus now, like it's hard to because there's so many other problems we have going on. Like to convince people like this is where our money should go is like
Yeah.
very hard
Yeah,
to convince the
yeah,
people versus.
But
where
yeah,
it was.
so like it gets so expensive that you can't just keep evolving in like that. So it doesn't have to be like in terms of like the means, but eventually like something slows it down. Like let's see, like for example, our population growth. It's like that. There was like a like an explosion of birth, like people being born, and our world population went from like 1 billion to 7 billion in what, I don't know how long it was, like 50, 100 years, something like that. I don't know. And so, but eventually it has to slow down just because there's not enough capacity on the earth to keep us all fed. Or
yeah, I get you, but I think with technology it's different because there's nothing really stopping the technology. You know what I mean? Like
And then
a certain
until-
cap can reach. Like there's no, I don't think there's a limit as we know like to what technology can do.
Until we start building robots where they can start building stuff for us, that's when technology is not going to stop. Like even now, like we still have, like in warehouses and stuff, there's still like machines building. Like
Yeah.
you don't need manpower to do that anymore. Like so,
But
I
I
don't
mean,
think
like-
it's gonna.
I mean, I don't mean like it's gonna happen in 50 or 100 years because that can still be
I think it can happen in the next
In
100
10,000
years.
in like
no,
10,000
I'm saying
years from now,
like a slowing down.
the whole
of it.
world's gonna be chrome. Future.
Nasty.
The future is chrome, and they see it with like a
That's
flower.
something that sucks too, dude. It just sucks because like I think we're at that weird point where like we're seeing the development or the beginning of something like this, like the future, or whatever. Like
Yeah.
we're actually seeing it. Like
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen those videos of the robots where like they knock the boxes out of their hands and like they can do backflips and everything?
Dude, have you
like,
seen
they
the
can
robot
pick
that
stuff up?
sweats?
No.
It's doing push-ups,
Or
but it sweats to keep the motors cool.
What
And dude, that thing is terrifying. It's crazy.
Dude,
It's like
nasty.
it
Or
looks
so-
like buff, like Kylo Ren. Looks like Swole Kylo Ren.
Soul kind of
Yeah.
nasty. Or Sophia, the robot. She was like a
Yeah.
citizen in some other country, not the U.S. People misconception is that everybody thinks she's a U.S. citizen, but she's not. She's like from some other
Yeah.
country. But yeah, like even her, like I don't know, man. We're at that weird point where we can see like all the like the '80s movies, like Terminator and stuff. Like
Yeah,
they're actually
yeah.
being like we can see the beginning. Like it's not there yet, but like we're. I don't know,
exosuits
and especially how fast it's been happening since like recent development. It's been like what, like 10 years, and in the past
Yeah.
10 years, like such advancements been made, and we're like I'm saying, like all these prototype robots and stuff that are being built, like it's just nuts, dude. Like it's weird, and I think in the next 100
And
years,
the crazy thing is that it's in so many varied fields. It's not like everyone's putting all their power into or like their capacity like into one field. Like let's say like exosuits or whatever, because I had mentioned that earlier. But it's in so many different fields. Like there's a robot that sweats to keep its motors cool. There's a robot that's a citizen. There's robots that are doing backflips. Like, it's just so many different things. I don't know.
It's nuts, dude. Robots are...
Dude, the robot that sweats, that's terrifying. I saw it because Joe Rogan tweeted about it. He's like, we're all fucked. I was like, that's true, dude, because if like the robot knows... Oh, sorry, my bad. If the robot knows how to like keep like... If it's self-aware on like how to keep itself like to take care of itself, that's terrifying. That's so scary.
Yeah, have you guys even seen like those robots that have made like they have robots doing a lot of stuff like trippy things because you know robots can always do number things, but like they're doing creative stuff too. Like they had robots cut trailers for movies. They've had robots.
Oh yeah, the robot did cut the trailer for the computer, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, what film was that for? Was
They-
it Star Wars?
No. It was the blockbuster that came out before that. Or
No, it was like a robot movie of a girl, like
Ex Machina.
yeah, I think it was.
Was it Ex Machina?
I don't know. I don't think it was Ex Machina, but it was like a similar movie to that. I
Look
think
it
it was
up.
the same
Let me look it
director.
up.
And they have also had
Dude,
robots.
I totally forgot about that. I remember being so terrified about that. I'm
They
like-
also-
and it's really good too.
Yeah, it's really scary.
Yeah.
It's really.
And then
creepy.
what was it like? I think it was like a Google thing, where like they had a supercomputer, but the computer would talk to the other computer, and it was developing a language that Google had to shut it down because they couldn't keep up with the language.
Yeah.
It was sending like zeros and ones, and then one like developer he was like, "Yo, they're talking to each other," and then they got so terrified by that, and they had to shut down the computer.
Yeah.
that's great. What
because
if
they couldn't understand what.
Yeah,
like,
they could-
what
Yeah.
if they shut off the power and then they turn off the light switch and close the
You know
door?
how terrifying
And then
that
like
is?
after like 3 seconds, you just see like some numbers on the computer screen.
Dude.
Planet
It's like
Earth
a- be like
takeover
Ultron.
commence.
Yeah, they've also had robots that have like made songs and stuff and wrote lyrics and stuff
That's
like that. So
great.
it's just
And it's like you just imagine. So like we're creating all this AI that's has these capabilities to think for themselves. What if we're like creating
Morgan.
our downfall?
Morgan, that's what.
yeah. It's with that girl from House of Cards.
Yes, yeah. Zoe something.
Yeah.
What if we're creating our downfall? Like, what if
What
like,
if
the robot race becomes its own?
Yeah. What if that is since we can't naturally evolve, we've created the next step of evolution without even knowing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of nuts.
And what if instead of like letting us inhabit
It's
them,
fucking terrifying.
they just kill us off because they don't need us?
Because I think in a lot of movies or whatever, like they have, like, cause we build the robots, we build the AI, everything they know, we've given them.
Yeah.
But eventually, I think they become to a point where like they go past that, or they try to do the good of mankind according, but like like because the morality stuff and stuff like that, it's hard for robots to like. So they'll do it without like. They'll be like, oh, you just need to kill off all these people, and then like this will save more food for everybody, and like
Population control by be sending out robots to do like the execution teams or something.
Yeah. So I don't know, dude. It's just
Holy. And then that'll take off like the guilt off like people's hands. Like they're not the ones
But-
killing. It's the robots that are. I don't know. It's crazy.
I mean, but then it's still people dying.
Yeah, I'm pretty
But-
sure the developers.
So unless like it was like a
Detroit Become Human.
Dude, yeah.
Did
That's
what?
gonna be
It's
crazy.
a new game that's coming out, but it's like about robots and stuff, and like how they're
Becoming like self-aware.
yeah.
Like there's a mission in there where like the robot or like the android, they're not robots anymore, they're androids. Like he finds out that he's getting replaced, and so like he goes out and he kills the family, and he's like he takes like the daughter for hostage and stuff. So you have to go in there and you have to like save the daughter, but like the daughter can either die or like you can either save the robot or you shoot. It's crazy. It's super crazy. I want to put that on for you. I want you to see it because how intense it is. But yeah, just imagine living in a world where like androids walk among us, like Ex Machina. Have you seen Ex Machina?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that movie's.
Oh, that movie is amazing.
Yeah, it's
Who
really
plays
good.
the robot shit?
Oh, it's I love her. What's her name?
I just remember Oscar Isaac saying, where the guy is asking like.
Alicia Vikander.
Yeah, Alicia Vikander. She plays what's her name now? Lara Croft.
Lara Croft. Yeah. It all connects.
Yeah. What was I gonna say about it? Nah, I forgot about Ex Machina. But like, yeah, dude, even people who are like super smart people, like Elon Musk, like they're saying like, be careful of AI. Like you guys don't know what you guys are tapping into. That's terrifying.
What if it's already happened where like someone's created
knows?
an AI, and then the AI like hacked into the creator's brain, and so now it's not even a person anymore. It's like an AI.
Oh my god.
And so now it's like an ex machina where there's
It's like-
the androids walking among us.
It's like the opposite of Frankenstein. It's like the futuristic Frankenstein.
We should write that movie.
Oh my god, Future Frank.
Yeah?
Sounds sick.
Future Frank.
Future Frankenstein.
Filthy Frank. Filthy Frank.
Frankenstein 2099. Dang, that's it, dude. This is our thing. We're like, Dr. Frankenstein's like making it, but then instead of like the monster coming, like he becomes a monster because it comes into him and like he turns. Oh my god, that's crazy. But yeah, dude, like I got scared when I heard about like the Google computers talking to each other with like zeros and ones.
No.
Like imagine that.
Hey guys, what are you talking about?
And
Shut him down.
Google's tapping into some really crazy stuff, even with their YouTube algorithms. Like their YouTube algorithms, like they still don't know what it's doing. Like, but isn't it? Didn't they say like they can't catch up with it? Like it's just doing what it does.
That's crazy.
And
Yeah, I think Google has the
destroying
best
everybody.
tech when it comes to AI. I think they're like the most forward. I think it's just because they have.
Money.
Well, I think it's because they're the #1 search engine.
And
so
then-
like they have so much data.
Oh yeah.
According to like every other, like they have so much information gathered over what people. Just everybody.
Everything.
Nobody's
Anything you want to know, you ask Google. Anything you want to know, you ask Google. And so Google has everything. But it's just crazy to think like if Google can't if we as people can't fix something as, and it's not so simple, but something as simple as like the YouTube algorithm, or like if we can't fix YouTube because like there's so many problems going on with it right now, what makes us think that we can control AI in a bigger sense? If we can't even control,
like imagine having an AI become a general to like the military,
making decisions
yeah,
in a country as powerful as the U.S.
And but like to bring this back to like the AI now, there's an AI robot that plays League of Legends. League of Legends right now, and the top League of Legends players, they cannot beat this robot, and because the robot can make like perfect like decisions, and like it can click buttons that like in a split second it can think of these things. So like imagine like sending in like a military robot general that can come up with these decisions to
strategies.
Yeah, strategies. Oh my god, imagine. And that if we can't like if we're like, damn, like we're learning off this robot, like there's no way we can stop it.
I think
if we're learning off something else, and then that's crazy.
Because what I'm thinking about right now is like, because you're talking about like, let's say an AI becomes a general or something. Like, when I was then it made me think the question, like, how different is that from another human just becoming a general? Because humans are so varied that like you have Hitler and you have like Gandhi, you know what I mean? Like two people on the exact different sides of the spectrum or whatever. But like the difference in AI, I think, is that like, you know what I mean? Like what difference is that? Like let's say there's a bad AI, but there can also be good. Will they become
the difference between an AI and between a human is that the AI can't make a wrong decision.
No, but like what if they learn to like what's right and wrong? And, like,
because it's like if it becomes conscious, it's not just because like if a computer, it does what you tell it to do, and like because it has the coding.
So yeah, so like the military general, like if it's going against like a human thing, like the military general or the robot, the AI, can come up with like these zeros and ones, have a communication way faster than us, and it can process things way faster than us, and come up with these strategies way faster than us, then that's terrifying. That's what I'm talking about. Like it can't make a wrong decision. Because
if it's not just one general, what if it's like there are it has underlings, and then it begins to just communicate with the underlings?
Because what I was thinking is like the difference in like when we reproduce and we have children, you try to teach your children the best of what you know, or like you try
to raise them to be good
what
people.
You think is the right thing, and like, but the difference with humans and our children or any animal or not a machine basically is that you can't fully encode something, you can't hardwire anything. Like you can try your best, but like something will always be different. There's always that unknown variable that nothing is gonna be 100% translated. So like the difference with machines is like they can just practically put the exact same code from them into another one, and then into another one, and like build an army. So like it's kind of like, I wonder if machines can become conscious, like would they ever become a bunch of separate individuals, or be like one kind of conscious.
It's
you know
like
what I mean?
one
You know,
consciousness. So it's like an army, but they all have one consciousness, so they're like all to the same thing.
Either all. It doesn't have to necessarily be all like one together. Like, but would they all think the same way, or like because there's so many like iOS or Android, like it's an operating system, but like they can only run off that or something like.
Or
that,
it'd be like
I mean?
humans, where each one is unique.
Yeah. Like, would they all be able to make that? I don't know. It's just trippy like that.
I think it could be both.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it could be both.
It's nuts, dude. And then they wipe us out. Us humans somehow die off the planet, and then like there's a giant EMP nuke that goes off, and then the like little robots, and then the whole universe left all over, and then they write Bibles about us and how we're their gods.
Imagine! Oh my god, that's crazy. Dude, some whole movie right there. Boom. Horizon Zero Dawn.
I was writing it down.
I know. I haven't beat it yet, but I feel like that's where it's going.
Dude, Horizon Zero Dawn's so fucking good. It's so good, dude. I love that game so much.
Have you beat it?
Yeah, dude, that game's. Oh my god, it's crazy. It's like exactly what we're talking about right now.
Is it PS4 or
It's PS4.
I'm still out of the loop when it comes to gaming. Like I stopped at PS3.
Dude, Horizon Zero Dawn, like the story, like I never played an open world like story like where I was invested, because like every game that has an open world game, like they don't have good stories. You just play it because you're invested in the world. But this game, dude, I wanted to keep playing like this. I wanted to know what happens next, and oh my god, it's so good. But yeah, like us not knowing what AIs can do, and it's crazy. I wonder if AI developers are learning off like game AI developers. You think that's a thing? Like, you think they learn off each other or no?
I think you can learn from anything.
Yeah, I think it's just all
like just one thing.
I don't think it's one thing. But
because the only thing I know that's different, I heard it from, I think it's from Joe Rogan or something like that. Like where they said, like some guy, he had somebody on there, where that person was saying like the difference between like a game AI and a world AI, or like a robot AI and the real life, is that like you can like the AI in a game knows the environment, whereas the AI in real life it still doesn't know the environment. So we won't see Terminator until maybe like thousands of years.
No way. Tens of thousands? If
you're saying that like 1,000, like maybe like, okay, I'll shorten it. 500 years from now.
Nah, that's way 500. Too late. If technology is advancing as rapidly as you say it is, and it's not gonna stop.
This was like not even that long ago. They said like it can't get like a robot to act on its own like
yet.
Yeah, and they said that they're still not right. Like they're still not right there.
If you're saying 500 years, and that means I'm right about how.
No, it was Colin. It was Colin talking about it. It was a Colin podcast.
Really?
Yeah. It was. I think it was on Game Over. Oh, it was Game Over Greggy. It was a Game Over Greggy show. It was an exclusive where it was just him and Colin. That one was cool because that guy was really smart.
I wish
crazy stuff.
I wish we would have known we were gonna talk about this coming into it, because I would have liked to do.
I didn't know we were gonna talk about this.
I know. This just came out, but I would like to have talked about done like a lot of research about like AIs and stuff.
Dude, I would love.
Although you know of it, I don't know a lot about it.
I would love to get somebody like who knows about like AI and stuff. Like if you guys like know anybody from like college or something. Like, that'd be sick. That'd be pretty sick if you can get someone like.
I always thought of asking one of my professors.
Yeah, that'd be super cool. Like I kind of want to start doing that. I'm pretty sure they'll be down with it. But yeah, like, dude.
Good mic?
Huh?
No.
Oh, get a mic.
You want to come?
I heard you guys only got 2 mics. But yeah, the AI stuff is that's terrifying. And the aliens.
I keep thinking about what you said, where Google couldn't keep up with the computers talking to themselves in like the language, and they were terrified of what they were gonna like. I just can't imagine being in a room like that
imagine being in that room.
Not even in the room, but like being in like the discussion meetings where it's like a group of people like, guys, we can't keep up to the at the capacity at which like, the language is evolving.
They're talking to each other.
We don't know what they're saying, like, and you just gotta shut it off. And what if the computers knew that they were gonna get shut off?
Oh my! They backed up their data.
Oh hell!
Yeah, dude, that's how it starts. They like ran off to like a different facility. Oh my god! They're listening to us right now.
You just see a computer with legs.
Yeah. Abraham's computer grows arms right now and chokes
me out.
Dies. Oh my god, that's crazy. I was watching an Amazon like the beginning of Amazon, like back when it used to be like just selling books. Cause I forgot what the title of the video was called, but like it said like what people in the 90s thought of Amazon back then. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I'll click on the video, and then there was like I guess that technology where you know when you search like when you into a search engine like the website starts like to know who you are because of all that data that you're sending in, and like it starts like to recommend you books now, the books that you like, and then he's like, oh, like how do you know about like how does the computer know? And then like it cuts like the computers that like store all the data, and I'm like, oh my god, imagine their server room now. Like it's just stacked with data, dude, just stacked, and that's just Amazon. Google has it.
Google,
and Google terrifies me too. I remember I was talking to you about it, where I don't know. I want to type in like, Swole Kylo Ren or something.
And you
like,
type in S and
yeah, Swole Kylo Ren pops up. I'm like, that's no way in hell people are searching up Swole Kylo Ren when like. I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah,
dude.
and then like when you start seeing ads for things that you were like thinking
yeah,
of looking at, like the exact same item I was looking for or like
that's
interested in, and you start seeing ads for
yeah.
it all over the place. I'm like,
yeah.
All
like
right,
I see Sugar Pine 7 ads everywhere. I'm like, okay, guys.
Yeah,
I get it, guys. I get it. Yeah.
That's
terrifying, dude. Like,
man. Because if it can predict our nature, then if it can predict our nature, if we move forward, like fast forward to a time where it's conscious and like.
Isn't that a movie where like the AI could start predicting like who's gonna do something bad next?
If it can predict our nature, oh maybe. But if it can predict our nature, like there's nothing we can do to stop like the takeover of us, because it can just like an AI artificial general in the army, like it knows exactly all the options we're gonna do and it can counteract each one.
Imagine, that's nuts, dude.
Before we even think about doing it.
Or the AI it's doing everything right, and then it does a mistake, but the mistake is like super deadly. Like it accidentally launches a nuke or something.
Because computers have bugs.
It destroys it just destroys everything. Or if someone can actually hack into the computer, like, oh my god.
Like what if the computers that were talking to themselves at Google had a bug and it went into like kill mode.
Or the computers are hacking into each other. Oh my god.
Do you think though in a war like that, do you think we would even have a chance? Because because if like let's say we were able to learn the code of the robot or whatever, if we were able to interpret it. We could then
too late, no? Because
the way think about it like this. So like it takes us so long to understand and like to comprehend the language. All they have to do is just create a new one and then download it.
Yeah, it's like downloading a new font.
But like what I'm saying is like, are humans predictable or are we unpredictable? Because we're so like, even though me and Cameron are similar or we're similar, like we're different. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
So like, can a robot specifically know the outcome of one person? Mm. You know what I'm saying? Like that's.
But
what I'm saying.
like so.
The robots know what we like.
Versus like
it developed a trailer that we like.
If it has the knowledge of like everything that we do and all the humans, then it can start to predict like what the most common outcomes are going to be and stuff like that. And so then it can become it can start to predict.
Unless it develops like a knowledge of like, okay, like humans know, or some humans know what's right and wrong, and then until it walks in a room that you're in. And it scans like your human behavior and everything, and it starts to like know you. Oh my god, that's like it starts scanning like individuals, like individually. Like say like that camera right now is like watching us and like just collecting data.
Like imagine like a robot being a judge or whatever, and like you know what I mean, like for a murder case, like would they just be like,
Dad,
if you like,
guilty.
Do you know what I mean? Like would they be like, oh, you did this? That's not something that's not normal human behavior. You should be punished. Like. You know what I mean? Like, how would they...
Like, how... Yeah.
Because they have so much data, but, like, it's generalized information, you know? Like, from on a case-to-case, like, basis, things can happen. You know, like, one murder case is not the same from another murder case. You know what I mean? Like, there can be, like...
Yeah.
So, like,
there can be a self-defense or...
So, how would a robot be able to distinguish that? You know what I mean? Like, how would they be able to?
They design it to. I don't know.
You know what I mean? And, like, would they be able to tell, like, even if someone's crazy... Like, would they be able to distinguish if someone's crazy or, like...
Yeah, I
telling
think
the truth or lying.
So because like there's like for example lie detector tests. I think like a judge that was AI would have the capability to tell whether you're lying, and like it can read your body, like your like the information, like health wise, and so I'm sure it could determine if you were crazy.
Well, like
Or
with
if
lie
you-
detector tests, why they're not as used as much is because like because what the purpose of it or how it's like kind of a gimmick or it's like the average person it would probably work on, but if it's like a trained someone who's like basically they see if you're lying because your heartbeat starts to beat faster or whatever,
Yeah.
like you get nervous, you
Yeah.
get sweaty, so like
Yeah.
they'll be like, oh, he's lying but like if someone can like legit convince themselves like that they're not guilty or like they didn't do something, like because people can do that, like they
Yeah,
can,
it'd be interesting to get like.
But I mean, if there's a judge, like an AI that's a judge, it'd have to be so advanced that you think like it can tell whether you're like what if it can read your mind?
You know, it'd be cool.
I don't know.
Like, you know, it'd be cool if like we came to the point where like, yeah, there's androids, but like there's an android who's like a trained like detective and like who can like
Batman?
Yeah, yeah. So like, you could put 3 people, right? Like 2 trained professionals who are not guilty, but they're saying they're guilty, and then one who's not trained, but who's actually guilty of doing the thing. But the robot has to decide who's actually really the guilty one and who's not lying. So like the 2 trained professionals are lying that they're guilty, or telling the truth, or no, yeah, guilty, and then like the person who's not trained like say that, I don't know, and then it has to like decide on who's the actual guilty one, you know, like putting like placebos or something.
Well,
like
if the person that's guilty isn't trained, then
that's crazy. I'm
it'll
blowing
be
my
able
mind
to-
right now. I've elevated to another level. I should develop these things.
let's take a field trip to Google.
That'd be sick.
Just go in the back door, find the room. Cam accidentally turns, instead of turning on the light switch
I
because
turn
it's
on
dark.
the computers.
Thank you, Cameron.
Yeah.
We will now commence the takeover
We
of
will can,
planet Earth.
yeah, the genocide will now begin.
What?
Ah!
And then you die.
The nukes, yeah, it builds arms and like it turns into like a gorilla, a robot gorilla.
An arm
like,
with, a computer with
Yeah.
legs.
Because like
That's
when you were
mad.
talking about the 2 computers communicating, like, and they shut it down, like you said like
Did
what if they
they-
knew they were gonna shut it down, like what if they just encrypted it because they said they couldn't. The reason they shut it down was because they couldn't understand what they were saying to each other.
Yeah.
So like, isn't it possible for them to knowing that and us not being able to understand them?
Yeah, what
Like
if,
what
wait,
if they
what if
encrypted
they're,
something
like, they're
within the
still in the
system
computers at
that's still there,
Google?
and then like
Hold on,
it
so-
becomes active somehow. Or
Wait,
something.
hold on. Okay, so
that's
what if,
terrifying.
like,
That's
you,
so scary. That's like a movie. That's a movie right there, dude.
And that's-
okay, hold on. So like, this is a thought I just had. So we don't know, like, we only know that they shut it off because they didn't know what they were telling each other.
Yeah.
But how long were they talking to each other?
I don't know. Let me look
And
up.
because
don't know.
depending on how long they were, like, think of all the information they could like create or all the data, and who's to say they didn't send the information off somewhere? Because that has to be within their capacity.
No,
capabilities,
it's
I mean.
Facebook. It's Facebook's artificial intelligence robots shut down
Send me
after
that
they
link.
start talking to each other in their own language.
Send me that link, boy.
Ugh.
Ugh.
That's the
So yeah, Facebook abandoned an experiment after 2 artificially intelligent programs appear to be chatting to each other in a strange language only they understood. That gave me the chills.
Heck no. That's I'm gonna have nightmares
The
about.
2 chatbots came to create their own changes to English that made it easier for them to work, which remained mysterious to humans that supposedly look after them. The bizarre discussions came as Facebook challenged its chatbots to try to negotiate with each other over a trade, attempting to swap hats, balls, and books, each of which were given a certain value, but they quickly broke down as the robots appeared to chat at each other
To chant.
at each other in a language that they only understood, but which appears mostly incomprehensible to humans.
Oh hell no, I can't.
So the actual negotiations appear very odd. They don't look especially useful. So Bob says, I everything else. Alice, balls have 0 to me, to me, to me, to me, to me, to me, to me. Bob, you, everything else. Oh, dude, that's scary. So
What is
like,
it?
this is the whole like conversation, I
Oh
guess.
heck no.
But there appear to be some rules to the speech. The way the chatbots keep stressing their own name appears to be a part of their negotiations. Not simply a glitch in the way the messages are read out. Oh my god, that's terrifying. I thought it was Google. It's Facebook. Like it's
Giving us the
even-
wrong information over here.
Yeah, sorry. That's scary, dude. That's so.
And then it
terrifying.
wasn't just like they were having conversations; they were chanting. And you know, whenever anybody chants, that means they're cuckoo, for Cocoa Puffs.
It says no. Facebook did not panic and shut down the AI program that was getting dangerously smart. Facebook engineers panicked, pulled the plug on AI bots to develop their own.
Mark Zuckerberg is AI.
Yeah. Okay, Frankenstein. That's another.
That's cool.
Can you imagine all the stuff Mark Zuckerberg has within his reach? Like everything he like. So many people are on Facebook. Like, what does he know? Just that like other people don't have access to. Like, what does he know about me? What does he know about you?
I don't think he personally goes into like.
He could if he wanted to.
I don't even know if he does anything anymore. He doesn't have to do anything. He has people working for him.
Oh, that's so terrifying, dude. That gives me the chills every time I read about that.
I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight.
They're talking to each other. They're saying.
What if you're in a smart car and then you're trying to go somewhere and it's like,
oh,
sorry,
like
Cameron.
Tesla. Like imagine like
that
Tesla,
is no longer our destination.
Like like they just flipped the switch and then their cars turn into robots and stuff. And, like they all transform.
Yeah,
and
remember that wasn't like it was a discussion about like smart cars and like if you were to, because eventually like they're like Tesla has the kind of like the autopilot, like they drive by themselves. So like how would a car, like let's say there was a circumstance where like you had to either kill someone in front of you, like there's somebody in front of you, right, and like it calculates it and like either it does another maneuver to kill you, the driver, or kill the person that's outside. And like how would a machine distinguish between that? And like I don't know, dude.
then there's another and then there's one where it's that's like option one.
That's crazy.
That's like scenario one, and then scenario two is like there's a kid and then there's a grown adult. Like which one does it kill? Like
Yeah.
which one does it run over? Like if it had
where
to.
did you hear about this or what was
It's
it?
a test.
It's like
yeah. So it's either the scenario one is it kills the person in front of you or it kills you, and then scenario two is it kills the baby or the person.
And what were the results? What happened?
No, it's just like it's more of what do you think is acceptable than the robot, but like if you bring it down to the robot level,
just
then
break.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
No, it's like in an instance where like it's too late to break.
Yeah,
like,
it's too late.
Like they walk right in front, like, and then there's no other option. It's
or
either,
the brakes are dead. Like the brakes can't
It's
work.
either like ram into the wall to stop
The car.
to stop
Yeah.
the car from hitting
killing
other
you.
people and potentially kill the driver, or just keep going and like risk. I don't know. It's just stuff like that. Like it's nuts, dude.
Yeah. I don't know.
Nuts.
There's a lot to think about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be thinking about this for a while.
It'd be sick if like you guys can like find somebody who's like trying to studying AI or something. That'd be cool to talk to them about it, see what they know.
Yeah, we'll
It's just interesting to me. Like I wish
put my grind on it.
this is an ongoing topic, so I think
AI is kind of cool.
you know, if anything else worthy comes up, we'll definitely talk about it again because this is really interesting.
Oh
yeah. I think we should end off right here.
All right.
Yeah.
It was good. All right, guys, that was episode 8 of the Troubleshooters podcast. Don't forget to click that subscribe button. Share this with your friends. You guys already know we upload these every Tuesday, and then we also upload a skit every Friday.
Check out the last one; it was really good.
Yeah, had a lot of fun.
I don't
Check
have
out
a
the last
hat.
skit too.
I feel
Skit
left
was
out.
really good.
Yep. Shout out Bryson Tillett.
So again, my name is Cameron.
I'm Gomez.
I'm Abraham. Thanks for watching.
Ahoo.